welcome back like you never left. If you're looking for something delicious, then you are in the right place. Go ahead and throw your thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. And today we are going to be trying out 6 different flavors of Pringles that I myself personally have never had before. Now, some of y'all out here eating chips on a regular, y'all probably have tried some of these, but I have not. This is going to be my first time. And it ranges from kind of the weird to the potentially spicy. So I'm excited. Let's jump into it. Okay, so the very first one I'm going to try is, I don't even necessarily think going to be spicy, and I don't even necessarily think it's weird, but it is this elote Mexican street corn. And that is the flavor, and we're gonna give it a shot. So let me take a little sip of my libation. Let's cleanse the palate. So let's go ahead and open up this can. So let's get this guy open. Of course, I'll show you guys what it looks like in the can. Okay. All right, it smells good. Now, I don't know what it smells like. I don't know if I would say that it smells like elote, but it does smell like something. That's what she's looking like. Some of these might have a color on it, and I want to make sure that you guys can see that color. So I'm just going to grab a couple. Not going to eat too many because I've got, 6 cans? But I'm going to throw, I want to eat enough to get the flavor. There's some, oh no, I'm doing the influencer nonsense. But I don't know if this is picking up in the camera, but there is some sort of like green hint on there. I don't know if that's, who gonna pick that up off my floor? Okay, well that's enough of that. It's got a green dust on it. That's now on my floor. Alrighty, let's try this. Okay. That is freaking interesting. I'm not mad at that. I feel like I can taste, 1, the cilantro, and 2, the lime juice, that I think is usually something that would accompany an elote, like on if it was on corn. So just me popping in here. In case you don't know what elote is, it is Mexican street corn, and it usually consists of fresh corn on the cob, obviously, mayonnaise, crumbled cojita cheese, chili powder, lime juice, and cilantro. And sometimes there's a couple other different things thrown in, but that's what it is. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all, you guys. The other thing to keep in mind, and that's because we're food freaks, we are always talking about the best way to use an ingredient. This would actually be great if you ground it up or used your spice grinder and got yourself a dust like this. I'm imagining this as part of a breading for something like an onion ring. Stop it. Just think outside the box, you guys. That's what real food freaks do. We think outside the box. And I actually like these. I like it. Plus, when you're done, you can use the can to DIY. I've certainly done so. Let's jump into the next flavor. So in that same vein as the elote, they have the carnitas. Okay? The carnitas Pringles. And again, lime, cilantro. Carnitas is like a specialty pork. So pipe it in again for those of you who do not know. Pork carnitas is basically a pork that is usually slow cooked, fully submerged in lard, and has different seasonings and spices on. Kind of pulled pork style of taco or of meat, I should say. There's a lot that goes into making carnitas, but somehow Pringles just did it and threw it in this can. So let's get it open and see what it tastes like. Okay. That smells like pork. How did they get that to smell like stewed or cooking pork? That's crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm kind of blown away for a second because that's actually kind of insane. I let me know if you've ever had these and you've smelled it and that doesn't smell like pulled pork or pork carnitas or something like that. Actually smells like meaty. That's what I'm saying. Not just the seasoning, but the actual meatiness. Somehow they captured that, which is weird to me. If you got, I think these are pretty common. I picked this up from Walmart. All the cans that I bought were $2 a piece. So if you get a chance, grab this, open it up, sniff it, and tell me if that doesn't taste or smell like pork, right? That's crazy. Anyway, let's get into it. That's what it's looking like in the can. I'm just going to throw out 1 of these Oh, okay, it's got a little, whoop. Almost, y'all, almost got me again. There is a little bit of like specks and brown dust, which I'm guessing is part of the seasoning. I don't know if that's picking up in the camera, but that's what it's looking like. I'm excited, let's go. This might be the one. Not the two, but the damn one. Wow. That's delicious. That's good stuff, right? Oh my god. This is this one. That is so good. I don't know that I would eat a whole can of the elote, but those the carnitas is dangerous because I might just eat that whole thing. Okay. So the next one we have is this one called All Dressed with tomato, onion, and vinegar. Okay. I love salt and vinegar chips. I've never seen the addition of tomato, so this is going to be interesting, you guys. Let's get a sniff in. Okay, definitely getting the vinegar right away. So it's got that salt and vinegar chip smell to it. Oh, she's got a color too. Interesting. This is what it's looking like. And hopefully you guys are picking up that there is definitely a color tinge to that. It's almost got kind of like an orangish color. Let me see if I put it in here, if that helps. Nope, that just made it worse. But you've got some dust on there. I don't know if that's coming through. And I'm guessing, again, as always, that that's the flavor. Maybe that's like the tomato powder. I don't know. But we're about to give it a taste test. What I taste is the vinegar, which makes sense because that's what we smelled. And I guess some tomato, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't taste overly tomatoey, but I'm guessing that's the flavor underneath the vinegar. Not bad. Not one that I would reach for. And out of the three that we have tried so far, probably my least favorite. But not a bad chip. Totally worth giving a shot. Again, the vinegar is there. But when I go for a salt and vinegar chip, if that's what they were going for, I want more vinegar. Does that make sense? The vinegar is very benign. But if you're somebody who doesn't, or who thinks that a salt and vinegar chip should have less vinegar in it, this might be your go. That's what I would say. And it's a weird one, but not too weird. And that is this chili cheese fries. Okay. Now, I will say this. One of my favorite chip type things are Fritos chili cheese fries. Put in the comment if you mess with that. Because if you mess with that, we can be like this. But I have never had a chili cheese fry Pringle before. So I'm interested to see if it has those same components of the Fritos or not. So let's go into it. They have a color tinge. Let's give it a sniff. Okay. This is the first one that I opened where the fragrance kind of threw me off a little bit. It smells like beans, but like after they've gone through you. It's not, the smell is not hitting for me. It's not hitting. But we're here to try, right? So let's go in. Now there's definitely some dust on this. There's definitely some dust on that one. Again, hopefully we're picking it up. It's got a little brown dust, which after saying what it smelled like, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of freaking me out. Let's give it a shot. Doesn't smell any better out of the can than it smelled in the can. Oh no. Not the one. That's raunchy. That's raunchy. That's like Daniela down the street. That's raunchy. Oh man. Oh my gosh. And it tastes something nasty like this to keep you on your game. It reminds you what you were here to do. Oh, that's gross. Not the one. Okay. We're down to just 2 more cans. And my understanding is that these last 2 cans are trying to bring the spice. Let's see if they actually did it. So this one I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And unlike the other 5 cans that I got from Walmart that cost $2 a piece, this one, of course, because it was from Dollar Tree, cost $1.25. And it's this Minecraft spicy TNT version. I'm not sure about that, but we're gonna figure it out. Oh, okay. They smell hot. I'm gonna look on the back and just see what they added to make it hot, allegedly. Nothing that I can see. I literally am reading all of the ingredients. I've now read them 3 or 4 times. Looking at the back of this, I see literally no peppers or chilies of any sort. There's nothing. There's not a chili listed. There's not a cayenne. There's not a habanero. There's not a dried chili mash. There is nothing that qualifies as a chili. So, it seems interesting. That's what the canister is looking like. Hopefully that picks up. I'll whip out a chip for you guys, and we'll see if the camera will pick up that there fine red dust. All right. Again, it smells like a chili. I don't even see where they used a chili oil. So this is going to be interesting, you guys. Let's get into it. Okay. There is heat. There is heat. I'm not going to eat too many of these because it's got all the colors that my body does not enjoy. But I guess, what kind of magic trick was this? What kind of magic trick? Because it definitely has some heat. It's burning my tongue a little bit. Now, you guys know me, I'm a chili head. And if you don't know, check out my recent hot sauce haul. I'll put that in the description box. So many more hot sauce tries to happen and come forth. But for me, is this something that I'd be like, oh, it's so hot? No. But this has some heat to it. But I'm so confused because there's nothing on this canister of ingredients that tells me where this heat is coming from. Not bad. And very interesting. If you love magic. Maybe this guy, he knows where the chilies are. That is actually spicy. Weird. Okay, so let's get into our last chip, okay? Now this one, I'm assuming is going to be hot, and I'll tell you why. If you ever watch the show, which how could you not? Hot Ones, they came out with this Pringle flavor. Now, I've never had this one before. Los Calientes. Okay. Let me first say before I get into this one that the heat from that last chip is still with me. Let that settle with you for a second. I don't know what's going on here, you guys, because this also, other than the apple cider vinegar, does not list any sort of chili ingredient. So I'm blown away, you guys. I don't know what kind of magic they're out there, like I said, doing, but that's crazy. That's what we're up against. This is our last chip. Let's get it open. Okay. They smell a little hot, but not like overly so. And I'll show you guys in a second, but there is definitely some sort of chili dust or seasoning dust on them. So that's what it's looking like in the canister. I'm not gonna say it, y'all, but she got them green crystals on her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys are picking that up. Nothing to it but to do it. Now from Hot Ones, I expect some heat, but I'm not gonna be straight up, like I said, honest. I'm not sure where the heat is going to come from, which worries me even more because it's apparently going to fly in on a spaceship from the left because it sure as hell ain't coming from these ingredients. Let's try this magic chip. Come on now. Okay. That's a little hot. That's a little hot if I'm being honest. But that's definitely, whoa. Let me get my life together. Let me straighten up. Okay. She hit the back of my nose first, and now she's on my tongue, on the inside of my mouth. Pretty hot. pretty hot. The heat is like on a scale of 1 to blow your butthole out. What would this be? It's maybe like a 3.5, maybe like a 4, you know? Not too crazy, but definitely something that you're gonna have a response to. Now that I was drinking to clear my palate, but I was also drinking because that's a little hot, right? Because straight up truth, I just did not expect that these Pringles were really gonna bring anything. But the last 2 Pringles actually did bring a little heat. And this one is a heat that's building. Now the question is, with my devious laugh, whenever we encounter something really, really hot or hotter than we think it is, or something that is, you know, a surprise, my question is always, should we go in? Like, do we go in on it just to see how hot it can be? And take a second. You guys put in the comments, do we go in or no? Well, as is so often the case here at BOK Media Food Freaks, we've decided to go in. I'm going in on a fat stack of dusty green chips. Look at that. Oh no. Did you see the dust on that green one? Is this smart? With the heat that was on that one chip? And that one chip didn't even have any dust on it. Oh no. But, you know, we move. We do what we do. Fat stack of green. Oh no. Water chip down. Woo! Oh my gosh. Get those endorphins going. Bust out the sheen. And all that chit chat about the heat, I think I regretted to explain the flavor. And these are actually pretty good. It's not just hot for hot's sake. Woo! It's in there. Woo! It's not just hot for woo! It's hot. It's not just hot for hot's sake. It actually has woo flavor to it. Okay? It's actually really, really, really nice. I'm trying to figure out what those flavors are. Maybe there's a little lime. I wonder if they're using some sort of cheese powder. It's just a really nice flavored chip, but she is hot. Is this a 10? No, I've had 10s. But is it a 3 or 4? Yes, it is. And the bigger that stack of chips you eat, the hotter it is. Especially because that last one, somebody went in on that. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. Woo! Okay, so what better way to wrap it up? I will say this, the heat is still in my mouth, you guys. My very favorite was that carnitas. Those carnitas chips, so freaking good. I strongly suggest checking out that hot ones, Los Calientes, because that is actually hot. Whatever happens, just remember the rules, okay? If it looks good, smells good, and you think your stomach can take it, eat it. Until we eat again, stay up, food freaks. Bye.